guys, it's Erin. For today's class, we don't need any props, but if you like having blocks, you can go ahead and grab them. If you don't have blocks, you can grab some big books. You can even grab like a big canned good type thing, just something to give you a little bit of lift when we work through our practice, and then we'll meet back on our mats. So we're gonna get started today in child's pose. So you want to bring your big toes to touch, take your knees nice and wide, sink your hips back towards your heels, and then let your torso slowly drape down in between the thighs. Let your forehead come to relax down on your mat. Let your arms be nice and heavy and relaxed. And take your first few moments here just to be. Settling in on your mat. Really just landing here. Beginning to notice your breath. Notice the way your body's feeling today and showing up. And just letting everything soften. Trying to turn off everything else around you. So the way we're practicing right now might be a little bit different than we're used to. You may be in a different setting. You may hear sounds of other family members in the other room. You may have a dog or a cat climbing on your mat with you, or maybe even a child joining you. And just know, however you're practicing, just be okay with that and be grateful for your practice and tune into your breath. Let's take a nice full breath in through our nose. An easy exhale out. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale through the nose. Feel the rib cage expanding. And then exhale, let it go. 1 more time, inhale fully. And exhale, let it go. Begin to roll your head a little bit from right to left, massaging the forehead, the space in between your eyebrows. And then slowly find your head back to center. Begin to walk your hands back in towards you and lift yourself up to a tabletop position. So we're gonna want the wrists beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips, and then make sure you can hide your feet behind the knees. Draw your belly in so it's not looping down to the ground. Try to lengthen out through the tailbone and through the crown of the head. Fingers spread nice and wide. Press down through the hands. Create space between your chest and the mat. With an inhale, you're going to drop the chest, draw it through your arms, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Create space between the shoulder blades, round through the spine. Inhale forward, draw the chest through. And exhale, round. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. 1 more time with your own breath. And then we'll all meet back in a neutral spine. With an inhale, we'll sweep the right arm up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're gonna thread the right arm underneath the left, tap the shoulder down, just pause for a second. And then inhale, line back up 2 more times just like that. Exhale, thread under, tap the right shoulder down. And 1 more time, inhale, rise up. And exhale, thread it under. This time, land the outside of the right shoulder, the right side of the head. And let yourself soften into this twist. So you can stay right where you are, or if you want to deepen into this pose a bit, you can bring the left hand on top of the right, pressing the palms into each other. You can walk the left fingertips forward in front of you, or you can take a half bind, bringing the left hand to the small of the back. or staying right where you were. Any which way is totally fine. Left hand comes back beneath the left shoulder, press into the left palm, inhale, sweep the right arm all the way up, and exhale, right hand down to the mat. Give your hips just a little shake to help reset for the other side. With your next inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, tap the left shoulder down. Inhale, sweep the arm up. And exhale, thread it under. And one more time, inhale, rise all the way up. And this time, as we thread the left arm under, bring the outside of the left arm to the mat, left cheek to the mat. Let the back of your neck be nice and long here. And same options on this side. The right hand can come on top of the left palm, palms pressing into each other. The right fingertips can crawl out long in front of you, or you can bring the right hand to the small of your back, taking a nice half bind here, opening that right shoulder. Begin to plant down into the right palm, press into it, sweep the left hand up, and exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Give the hips just one more shake to help reset. Then shift the hips back towards the heels, stretch your arms nice and long in front of you, fingertips spread nice and wide. Begin to become really active through your arms, so your forearms are lifting away from the mat. You feel your biceps rock forward, triceps back. With an inhale, lift your hips just enough to curl the toes under. And as you exhale, begin to lift your hips up and back. Begin to straighten into the legs. Head relaxes down between the arms, coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And first few breaths here are your own. Pedal into your feet. You can bend deeply into one knee and then the other. Loosen through the neck, shaking the head, yes and no. Working out any pops, any creaks. Anything that feels tight. And then we'll all find our way back to stillness. With an inhale, rise up nice and high onto your tiptoes. Turn both heels to the left. And then exhale, try to lower the heels down. Press through the hands, shift the hips back. Inhale, come back through center, rise up nice and high onto the tiptoes, heels turn towards the right. Exhale, heels come down, press through the hands. And one more time like that on each side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, heels over to the left. Inhale to center. Heels to the right. Exhale, lower the heels down. Really press through your hands. Try to stay square through your shoulders. Inhale up to center, come up nice and high onto the tiptoes. And as you exhale, begin to roll forward, top of plank pose. So you might need to step the feet back a little bit to have the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale here, and exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And one more time like that. Inhale up onto the toes, exhale, slowly roll forward. Top of your plank. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. With an inhale, rise up onto your toes. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward. And on your exhale, quietly step your feet forward to the top of your mat. Take the feet about hips distance or a little bit wider. Take a nice generous bend in the knees. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and find a nice little sway here. Release the fingertips down to the ground. With an inhale, fingertips to shins, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold in. With an inhale, root down through the feet, sweep your arms out and up. Rise all the way up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So now we're going to do a little bit of organic movement just to help build up good energy in the body, build up some good vibes, let go of anything that you're holding onto that no longer serves you. So don't worry about how it looks, just go with your breath and do what feels good. So the first thing we're going to do is just begin to swing our arms side to side. Your feet can be about hips distance, you can keep a nice bend in the knees, back and forth with your breath. Don't worry about it. If you feel a little silly, just know that you're probably in the comfort of your own home, and be grateful that you're not the one on camera doing these silly movements. So just move with your breath. Make it as big or as little, fast or slow as feels good. Really let your hands come around, bopping both sides. Go for about 3 more rounds of breath. And 2. And 1, and then we'll find our way back to center. The next thing we're going to do is breath of joy. If you're not familiar with breath of joy, it is a wonderful way to wake up your body, to bring in really nice, good energy, and to let go of anything that may no longer be serving you. You feel really good afterwards. So it's a 3-part inhale. So it's inhale, 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 3 little bits, and on the exhale you go, and you breathe it out. So the arm movements that go with it, you go up, out, up, and on the exhale you bend your knees deeply and you swing the arms to both sides of the legs. Let the head be heavy and go, ha. So we'll go through that a few times. All right, ready? Here we go. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. On the exhale, really try to let go of anything that you're holding on to. Let's go for 3 more. And last one, make it nice and big. And hold at the bottom. Grab onto opposite elbows. Begin to slowly roll yourself up. Close down the eyes. And just feel the buzz of energy through your body. Gently blink the eyes open. And with an inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, spill forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step your feet back, coming into plank pose. Inhale here. Lower the knees down. On your exhale, lower halfway, modified chaturanga. Tops of the feet come to the mat. With an inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips to shins, lift up halfway, nice long spine. And then exhale, fold back in. Root down firmly through the feet, engage your low belly. With an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Really press the hands down, press the heels back, nice and strong, no muscle left behind here. Engage the belly, firm the quads. Press the heels back and lengthen out through the crown of your head. Take one more inhale here. Press forward onto your tiptoes. Shift forward slightly. On your exhale, you can lower the knees again or take full chaturanga. Lower halfway down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. And on your exhale, draw the right knee in towards your nose, press through the palms, create the space to step that right foot forward quietly. The fingertips come to frame the front foot, square off through the hips. If you have your blocks and you want to use them here to give yourself a little bit of lift, bring them on each side of the foot. Fingertips come to land on the mat or the blocks. With an inhale, draw your chest forward. And on the exhale, press through the right heel, begin to straighten into the right leg, fold over, pyramid variation. Inhale forward, draw your chest through, broad through the collarbones. And exhale, straighten into the front leg, fold it in. One more time like that. Inhale forward. And exhale, draw the hips up and back, long through the back of the neck, folding in. Inhale forward, set up your legs, hug the inner thighs in towards each other, square through the hips, engage the belly. And once you feel nice and stable in the legs, inhale the arms up, coming into crescent lunge. So options here, you can lower this left knee down and do everything from a low lunge position, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can keep that left knee up off the ground. Inhale, reach long through the fingers. And as we exhale, right hand becomes to reach long behind you, left hand comes to reach in front of you, coming into an easy twist. Try to keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Keep drawing this right hip back and in towards the midline. Try to lengthen up through the crown of your head. Keep pressing back through the left heel. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, coming back into crescent. Press into the right heel, straighten into the right leg, and then turn yourself a quarter turn towards the left. So the heels are going to be coming in, toes slightly out, and then we sink our hips down, pressing the knees out in the same direction as our toes, coming into goddess pose. Hands come to the insides of the legs. Really press your hands into the inner thighs, lengthen up through your spine, and then we're going to inhale here, and exhale, drop the right shoulder down, easy twist over to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, drop the left shoulder down. One more time on each side. Inhale to center, exhale, drop the right shoulder down. Inhale, center, and exhale, drop the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, bring the hands to the hips, press to the heels, rise all the way up. Now we're going to turn the toes slightly in, heels slightly out, micro bend in the knees, hold on to your hips, and with an inhale, lengthen up from the hip points, long through the spine. And as you exhale, begin to hinge forward from the hips, lead with your chest, broad across the chest, all the way down. And then let your hands find the mat or your blocks, coming into wide leg forward fold. You can find some easy movement here. A little bit of sway in the hips, sway in the torso. Let the back of your neck be nice and long. Let all the muscles of your face be soft and relaxed. Begin to walk the hands back beneath the shoulders, press into the fingertips, inhale, lift up halfway, and then walk the hands back towards the top of your mat. You're going to spin your left heel down so it's running parallel with the back of your mat, and then do a little dance with this right foot. You want to line up heel to heel, heel to arch. Draw this right thigh bone. The hip's going to want to pop out. Draw it back and under. Engage the belly so the strength is coming from your legs and your core. And as you inhale, rise up into warrior two. Keep pressing through the outside edge of the left foot. Feel this left quad nice and engaged, and then keep hugging this right thigh bone back into the hip socket to see if that gives you a little bit more space to sink a little bit lower. Arms stretch nice and long in both directions. Shoulders relax down the back. flip the front palm, and with an inhale, reverse. Begin to straighten into the right leg, deepening that side stretch all along the right side body. Take an inhale here. And keeping the right leg nice and straight, begin to hinge forward. Draw this right hip point back. Reach far forward with those right fingers. Right fingers come down. Left hand comes up towards the sky, coming into triangle. And we'll flow in and out of those two poses a few times. So inhale, rise up, reverse. Exhale, hinge forward, triangle. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, hinge forward, your version of triangle. Try to lengthen the underside of the body. So try to lengthen the right side of the body. Try to reach nice and long in both directions with your fingertips. And then try to lengthen the crown of your head towards the top of your mat. Inner thighs hugging in towards each other. Nice, strong breath here. Now bring your left hand to your left hip. Begin to bend into this right knee. You're going to want to begin to walk the fingers in front of the right foot. You can either step this left foot in a little bit, or you can begin just to draw it forward and up, lifting the left foot, left toes tracking up towards your face, opening your hips towards the left side of your mat. Left hand can stay on the hip, or can reach up towards the sky, coming into your version of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Keep pressing firmly down through the big toe mound of the right foot. Draw that right outer hip back and under. And then reach nice and long through the crown of the head, nice and long through all the fingertips. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, begin to bend into the right knee, and then as gracefully as possible, see if you can quietly step the left foot back down, coming back into your warrior two. Take a nice full breath in here. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale in your plank pose. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, draw the left knee in towards your nose. Press through the palms, round through the shoulders. Create that space to step the left foot forward. Fingertips come down to the mat or to your blocks. The right knee can stay up or down throughout all of this, whatever feels best in your body. So on the fingertips, as we inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale, begin to press into this left heel, straighten through the left leg, hinge forward over the front leg, pyramid variation. Inhale forward. And exhale, draw the hips back, straighten into the left leg. And one more time, inhale forward. And exhale, straighten and fold. Bend back into the left knee. Maybe widen the stance if you need a little bit bigger, broader of a base for stability. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Draw the low belly in. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. And then inhale the arms up, coming into crescent lunge on this side. Reach nice and long through the fingertips. Inhale here. And as we exhale, left hand comes to reach behind you. Right hand comes to reach towards the top of your mat. Easy twist. So keep hugging the inner thighs in towards each other. Keep hugging the outer hips in. We want this twisting to come from our shoulders and not from the hips. Reach long through both sets of fingers. And then reach up through the crown of your head. With your next inhale, sweep the left arm down and around, sweep up, come back into your crescent lunge. And then press into the left heel, straighten into the left leg, quarter turn to the side of your mat, heels in, toes out. With your exhale, begin to sink the hips, coming into goddess again. Find a little bit of movement, loosening into everything around the hips, the pelvic area. And then we'll bring the hands down to the insides of the thighs, traction out the spine, lengthen up as you press the hands to the inner legs. Inhale, exhale, drop the right shoulder down, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left shoulder drops down, twisting to the right. One more time on each side. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Bring the hands to the hips. Press down firmly through the heels. Rise up, straighten into the legs. Then turn the toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Big bend in the knees. Engage the low belly. Hold on to your hips. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. Broad across your collarbones all the way down. Let the crown of your head relax down towards the mat. Hands come down to the floor or your blocks. So now options on this second side. If you want to deepen into the pose, you can hold onto your ankles and give a little pull to lower yourself in more. You can walk your hands long in front of you and shift your hips back. You're going to stretch a little bit into the shoulders. You're going to feel that more in the hamstrings. Another option, you can turn your hands behind you and walk them through that way. So maybe play around, see what feels best, or hang out right where we started. Walk the hands back beneath the shoulders. With an inhale, lift up halfway. And as we exhale, walk the hands back towards the top of your mat. Left toes facing the top of your mat. Spin the right heel down so it's parallel with the back of the mat. Engage the low belly, hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Draw this left outer hip back and under towards the midline. Inhale, rise up into your warrior two. Press down firmly through the outside edge of the back foot. Try to lift up from the hip points, simultaneously sinking down through the sit bones. Reach nice and long through both sets of the fingers. Take your gaze over the middle left finger. Flip the front palm. As you inhale, reverse. Straighten into the left leg. Breathe into the ribs, creating space in between every single rib. Now keeping this length all along the left side, as we exhale, begin to draw this left hip point back. Hinge forward, reach far forward with the left hand. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up, coming into triangle. Inhale, rise up, reverse. So really use your strength from your legs and your core to flow in and out of this. Exhale, hinge forward, triangle. Inhale, rise up, reverse. And exhale, hinge forward, triangle. And I lost count. I think that was 3, but just in case, we'll do one more for good measure. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, hinge forward, coming into triangle. So try to create length on the left side of your body, the underside of the body. So lengthen the left side of the torso. Try to shorten a little bit on the right. Reach nice and long through the fingertips. Lengthen the crown of your head out towards the top of your mat. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Right hand comes to the hip. Begin to bend deeply into this left knee. Walk the left fingers in front of the left foot and either step this right foot in a time or two or drag it in. Now press down firmly through the big toe mound in the heel of your left foot. Root down through your fingertips. Begin to lift the right foot off of the ground. Right toes tracking towards your head. Press down firmly through the hand and the foot on the left side. You can stay right here with the hand on the hip, or you can bring the right hand up towards the ceiling, coming into half moon. So you want to lengthen out through all of your limbs, through the fingers, press down through that left foot, reach back through the right heel, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Think of yourself as a happy little starfish, really reaching every direction. Begin to bend back into this left leg, and quietly with control, if you can, step the right foot down. Inhale, rise up to your warrior two. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. Plant the palms, step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale in your plank pose. Shift forward onto the tiptoes. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the rib cage, fill up your belly. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Let's do that one more time. Inhale fully. And exhale, let it go. Then inhale, rise up onto your toes, bend the knees. Exhale, step forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Take the feet about hips distance. Nice generous bend in the knees, belly to thigh connection. Then let your spine be nice and long. Crown of your head relaxes down towards the ground. Grab a hold of opposite elbow, sway it out for a few breaths. Release the hands down to the mat. With an inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Begin to root down firmly through your left foot. Come up onto the right tippy toes. And then begin to draw the right knee up towards your chest. Now squeeze into the right glute and left glute. Help to open this knee out to the side. And then we're going to place the right foot on the inside of the left leg. So either kickstand against the calf or against the inner thigh. And then once you have that, press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot, press down through your left foot. Make yourself nice and tall. Coming into tree pose. You can stay right here, or if you'd like, with an inhale, you can sweep your arms out and up. Fingertips come to touch. Exhale, hands back to heart center, and then coming out with control, same way we came in. Right knee comes back in front of you. Slowly lower the right foot down. Go ahead and give that left ankle a little roll. Help to release anything that's still holding on. And then we'll switch out sides. Root down firmly through the right foot, and then come up onto your left tippy toes. Lift the left knee up, and then squeeze into the glutes to help rotate that leg out to the side. And take your foot to the version that feels best for you. Press the left foot into the right leg, simultaneously press the right leg into the left foot. You can stay right here, or with an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to challenge your balance today, you can try to take your gaze all the way up towards the ceiling, towards your fingertips, maybe a little bit behind you. Fingertips come to touch overhead. And with an exhale, hands come back to heart center. Left knee comes back in front of you, and then lower the left foot down to the mat. Give the right ankle a little bit of a roll. With an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge forward, spill all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the palms, bend your knees, step your feet back, coming into plank pose. So set up a really nice, strong plank pose here. You want your fingertips spread nice and wide. Fingertips slightly out. You want to feel your forearms drawing in towards each other. Press back through the heels. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Begin to root down firmly into the right hand. Begin to roll on the outside edge of the right foot. Stack the left hip on top of the right hip. Press down through the right hand. Begin to lift your hips up. And then left hand can come up towards the ceiling, coming into Vashisthasana, side plank. So options here, you can bring this left foot to a kickstand, or you can bring the left foot in front of the right foot for a different variation. Take what feels best for you, most stable in your body. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Then with control, slowly bring the left hand down to the mat. Come back through center, coming into plank pose. Begin to root down firmly through the left hand. Roll on the outside edge of the left foot. Make sure this left shoulder is right above the left wrist. Then stack the right hip on top of the left. Begin to lift the hips. Right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And again, same variations with the legs. You can kickstand this right foot. You can bring the right foot in front of the left. Find where you can be stable and feel good in the pose. Keep pressing back through the heels, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Breathe and smile. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Inhale. With control on your exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Inhale in your plank pose. And exhale, bend the elbows. Slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your mat. We've landed. Now take the hands to the small of your back, interlace your fingers, lift up the right leg, and try to lengthen out from the hip point through the right finger or right toe tip, and then land that right foot back down. Lift up the left leg, same thing, lengthen out, lower the foot down. Now try to zip up the legs so you press down firmly through the tops of the feet, keep pointing through the toes. Try to lift slightly through your inner thighs and then simultaneously hug the outer hips in. So we're nice and steady on the bottom half to help protect our low back. Keep pressing down through the tops of the feet. As you inhale, begin to lift your chest and your head away from the mat. So your shoulder points, you keep drawing them back. Try to lengthen out through the crown of your head. You want to think length before lift here. Press down to the feet, lift up through the inner thighs a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen and lift. And exhale, slowly lower down. Bring a cheek to the mat. Take a beat here. And we'll take that one more time. So go ahead, set up, bring your chin to the mat. Zip up the legs. Think about having a little mermaid tail. So everything's in, nice and tight, hugging in. Hug the palms together. And as you inhale, lift the shoulder tips away from the mat. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. And then maybe lift the feet away from the mat. Try to stretch yourself in both directions. Make yourself nice and long. And then from that length, see if you have a little bit more room for lift. If you feel anything crunchy going on in the low back, it's your body's way of saying ease back out a little bit. One more inhale here. And exhale, slowly lower down. Release the arms down. Bend at the knees, bring the heels towards your butt. And then windshield wiper your legs back and forth a few times, helping to release anything that's holding on in the low back. Go ahead and lower the legs down. Plant the palms beneath your shoulders, press into the palms, and lift your hips. Shift them back towards your heels. Lower the torso down, coming into child's pose. Let your arms be nice and heavy here. Let yourselves just pause for a moment. Come back to your breath. Go ahead and begin to walk your hands back in towards your body. Press into your palms. Lift yourself up. And then slide onto one hip or the other. We're going to bring the legs out around in front of us. Bring the soles of the feet together, and the knees are going to fall out to the sides, coming into Baddha Konasana. So normally, traditionally, we bring the heels in closer. This time, let's try to bring them out a little bit more so we're in a diamond shape. It's going to help to stretch into the outsides of our legs a little bit. Bring the hands to hold on to the feet or the ankles or the calves, wherever is accessible. Those are shins, not your calves. Hold on to them. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And with that nice long spine, low belly drawn in, hinge forward from the hip points into your forward fold. Nice, slow, steady breath here. With every inhale, think about a little bit more length. And every exhale, see if there's a little bit more depth. Try to let the shoulders be soft and relaxed. Let your breath come and go easy. Press into the hands. With a long spine, slowly lift yourself back up. And then we're going to bring the right foot in, extend the left leg out. Right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Draw those left toes tracking up towards your body so you feel the left quad engage. Turn your chest so you're squaring off to this right knee. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Another opportunity, if you have a block, if you want a little more lift, you can place it underneath this right arm. But press the forearm down into the ground or the block. Feel nice expansion across the chest. From here, inhale the right arm up, and then exhale, pinky wraps down. Begin to reach over towards the left toes. Doesn't matter if they find the left toes, just keep reaching in that direction. Keep the chest nice and open. Keep pressing down through the left arm. Let the back of your neck be relaxed. Slowly lift yourself back up. And then we'll switch out sides. Right leg goes straight, left knee bends. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Right toes track back towards your body. Feel that quad engage. Feel yourself sit up nice and tall. Now square your shoulders towards the left knee. Right forearm comes down on the inside of the right leg, or use a block for a little more lift. That helps from letting things get all crunchy in the midsection. So press the forearm either into the ground or into your block. Feel your chest nice and open. Inhale the left arm up. Wrap that pinky down. And as we exhale, left arm reaches over towards the right toes. Feel this awesome stretch all along the left side of your body. Keep pressing down through the right forearm to keep drawing that left shoulder back. Slowly lift yourself back up. Exhale the left hand down. Extend both legs nice and long in front of you. Give the legs a wiggle. Shake things out. Find the connection of your sit bones. Feel yourself grounding down. Draw all 10 toes back towards you. Again, we want to feel these quads engage so we can stretch safely into our hamstrings. So in Dandasana, hands alongside the body. Sit up nice and tall. Engage the low belly. Take an inhale here. And exhale, begin to hinge from the hip points. Lead with your chest. Fold down over the legs. Then you can walk your hands forward. And instead of holding onto the feet or the ankles and pulling yourself in, let's just let our hands relax down wherever they fall. Keep drawing the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, find more length. And exhale, see if there's a little bit more room for depth. Begin to press into your fingertips. Inhale, lift yourself slowly back up. Hands alongside the hips. Bend the knees. Plant the soles of the feet. And then come to bring yourself to lying down on your mat. So you want your feet in line with your hip points. You want to try to make your shins run in a straight line. Press down with the arms alongside the body. Begin to root down firmly through the heels. With an inhale, begin to lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose. Now the knees are going to want to splay way out here. Keep hugging them in. Imagine that there's a block in between your legs, hugging them in. Lift up and press down through the backs of the arms. You can stay here, or you can begin to roll one shoulder and then the other underneath the body. You can interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. Try to create lift from that space right behind your heart center. Keep a slight lift in your chin. Keep hugging the knees in towards each other. Now begin to isometrically draw the heels back towards your shoulders. You're going to begin to feel the hamstrings fire more that way. Take one more inhale here, lift a little bit higher. And as we exhale, begin to unroll the shoulders from underneath of you. Lift up onto your tiptoes, and then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take the feet to the edges of your mat. Let the knees come to knock against one another. Palms come to your belly. Close down the eyes. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees splay open to the sides. Give a little lift of your hips to try to lengthen through the low back, and then lower yourself down, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. The palms can stay on your belly. They can rest palms up alongside the body. You can even take them overhead if that feels good. Or you can bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Feel the buzz of energy through your body. Feel the beating of your heart. Feel your breath expanding through the rib cage and through the belly. And use your exhales to ground yourself down more, to let go. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs and help guide the knees back together. Hug the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe an easy sway from side to side, a little bit of rolling, massaging into the low back, to the sacrum. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Hold on to the right shin with your left hand. Bring your right arm out to a T or to a cactus arm. Take a nice full breath in here. And as we exhale, begin to guide the right knee over to the left. And let gravity do the work here. No need to pull yourself into a deeper version of this. Try to soften through the body, no more effort. Nice and easy, unwind back to center. Hug both knees in. Create some little circles to help reset. And then we'll switch out sides. Right leg extends long, left knee stays hugging in. Left arm comes out to a T or to a cactus arm. Take a nice full breath in, fill your lungs. And on your exhale, find your twist. Guide the left knee over to the right. Let yourself soften into this twist. Gently unwind back to center. Hug both knees in one last time. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a nice big hug. Tighten everything in. Scrunch up into a little tiny ball. Take a nice full breath in here. Exhale, open your mouth and let it go. Let yourself begin to unwind into your Shavasana. Really take your time here. Throw on any layers that you might need, a sweater, some socks. Take your time getting out any last little fidgets so you can let yourself fully land and be nice and comfortable. Heels come to the edges of the mat. Let the toes fall open. Arms come alongside the body, palms facing up. Snuggle the shoulder blades down your back just gently. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Easy roll of the head from side to side. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, side out. Shavasana. you have the time, feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. And when you feel ready, begin to deepen into your breath. Send the inhales all the way down the length of your body, down through the arms into the fingertips, down through the legs into the toes. And as we exhale, reverse that direction. So sending the air back up from the toes, back up from the fingertips, all the way up. Imagine out through the mouth, out through the crown of the head. Bring some easy movement into the toes, into the fingers. Rolling to the ankles, into the wrists. Roll of the head from side to side. Gently bringing your body back into awareness. And when you feel ready, begin to bring the knees in towards your chest. And find your way onto your right side, making sure to support your head with your arm. And pausing here for a moment. And let's keep the eyes closed. Press our palms into the ground. Nice and easy. Lift ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Bow your forehead down towards your fingertips, taking a moment to honor your practice with love and gratitude. Thank you guys for sharing your practice with me today, and I hope you all are well and healthy and happy. Thanks so much. Namaste.